Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your January 2022 reading. So exciting. Into a new year. This year's going to be different than the last couple of years. Astrologically, Jupiter's going to be in Pisces, and we're going to have this really sweet time, really like around your season, maybe just a little bit before. I think it starts in Pisces season, actually. The Pisces new moon is going to be really sweet. Things it looks like they're getting better. It looks like they're getting brighter. We really have to pay attention to boundaries. We're going to talk about the astrology a little bit as we get these cards coming in. But this year, depending on how you really see what your perspective is, to be quite honest, on what life is and what you're doing in your life and all of that stuff. Like, this year is going to show you in every single way that if you're not on your soul's journey, if you're not on your soul's path, things are going to shift, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be like dramatic shifting. Uranus is still in Taurus, and we're going to have the North Node in Taurus. North Node moves into Taurus on January 18th and will be there until July of 2023. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the extended. But January is really the month where you have to pay attention to where your energy is going, really looking to see what the universe is offering you right now, not projecting yourself into the future so much, really paying attention to the details. There's a lot of stuff that we want to focus on. Let's look at the cards really quick. The Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups. It's very interesting. Hold on one second. Okay, I don't know why it's not focusing, but here we are. We're going to do the best that we can with what we've got. So we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles. There we go. Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, King of Wands. So that fire energy is showing up pretty dramatically, like in a very, very dramatic way. I don't blame you for ignoring the argument, the fighting, the aggressive. Like, if people are projecting onto you right now, I wouldn't be having that either. Like, to be quite, you don't need that. You honestly don't need that. I don't think that you're going to be able to ignore it completely. The Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, to me, is suggesting that you are just trying to keep busy. Mercury is going to be retrograde in January, and that is going to be happening in some very public houses for you. So there may be some things that are coming back from the past that you need to look at and you need to reassess. Relationships are going to be reassessed during Mercury retrograde because Venus will also be retrograde. And I feel like this fire energy is doing this push and pull thing with you, which I don't really think is very fair, but you have to decide where your energy is going to go. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's extremely confident and can get really aggressive when things don't go her way. The King of Wands is somebody who's very confident and knows his power, knows where he stands, understands where he's going. He has, the potential to move forward in that way. And so if you're up against these two energies and you're giving out all of this energy of yourself and you're not giving anything back, you're going to be exhausted, Taurus. You're going to be so incredibly exhausted, getting pulled in two different directions. If you're one of these fire signs, if you've got fire somewhere that's prominent in your chart, but even if you're feeling any way, any one of those ways, then I want you to own that in January. It's really about owning the passion and the fire inside of you. The North Node is going to be in Taurus. With that Uranus conjunction, if we're looking at the whole house system, those two are going to be conjunct until July of 2023. And will even be exact conjunct at one point during this time. So the path that you thought that you were going to be on and you thought that you were going to take, and things were really starting to look better there, and wow, you know, the universe started showing up for me and this is great, could very well shift dramatically based on the relationship that you have with yourself this year. And I understand that ignoring the projections can be one thing, but if you're just ignoring the projections and you're sweeping them under the rug and you just don't want to have the argument, and so you're keeping to yourself and you're just doing what you think that you're supposed to be doing, and that's it, and that's all you're doing, where's the growth there? If you're just ignoring this Knight of Swords energy coming at you, because it's not going to go away. You can ignore it until you're blue in the face, but it's not going to go away. There's also a desire to show up for yourself a lot. Making sure that the decisions that you're making on your path are your decisions and not the decisions of the world. The rest of the world can tell you until they're blue in the face what they think that you should be doing in your life and for your journey, but that's just it. It's your journey. And you want to expand yourself during this time. You might feel extremely restless. This Knight of Swords that's coming out, you may be the one that's projecting onto other people because you don't know where things are going. Your ego might be in charge. And when your ego is in charge, you're not going to see how in the Four of Cups here, the universe is literally handing that cup to you. And what are you doing? You're looking down at what you already have in front of you, the 3 cups that you have in front of you. But those 3 cups don't have what the universe has for you. So the projection can become apathy, and apathy can become just being the workhorse. Just focusing on doing the same thing over and over and over again. My dishwasher is going in the background, by the way. I didn't even realize it until now. I had tuned it out. The Six of Pentacles down here, I feel like, and what's really interesting is I feel like you're working so much up here, and the Six of Pentacles is you just giving it out to everybody else, man. And it's so weird because it's sandwiched. The Six of Pentacles is just sandwiched in between both of those fire energies. And it's like, are you giving anything back to yourself, or are you just giving everything to the people around you? How is that working? What does that look like? Because that can be really, really exhausting. And I don't think that you're going to be able to keep doing that. I mean, that's the only way that I can say it without, because the feelings that I actually have are very resentful and bitter. Like, I feel like you get to a point to where you just become a little bit bitter and resentful. Wow, I'm just doing all of this for everybody. But you chose that. So, I mean, yes, on one hand, you have a point to be bitter and resentful, but on the other hand, we all choose where we place ourselves, because we can say no. We don't have to do all the things. I think that's maybe a pretty big lesson in this life that we all just kind of need to wrap our minds around, that it's not about us doing all of the things for other people so that they like us or so that they know that they're loved in some way. It's about, and then expecting people to do things for us in return, right? Like, it's not about that. It's not about expecting the things to be done in return. It's about doing the things out of love, despite what anybody does for you. And if you continuously are doing things for other people and they're not reciprocating ever in their own way, it's never going to look exactly the way that you think it's going to. But if they're not reciprocating, why are you still giving? We've had this talk before. But I get it. It's an earth sign thing. It's a loyalty thing. We attach ourselves to the people that we love. We create them in our minds as if they are a part of us, because that's what keeps us grounded sometimes, the relationships that we have. But we have to start remembering not to overgive of ourselves, because that's where the breakdown inside of ourselves happens. And that's not good at all. So, this January, there are a lot of things that I feel like you are intentionally not paying attention to because you don't want to put your energy towards any kind of conflicts or anything like that. But if we don't put our energy towards the conflicts that we're having in life, then they will never be resolved, and that energy will constantly be hanging over our heads, and nothing can be done with that. So I'm excited to look to see what's going to happen in the extended as we clarify this, and we're going to go into the astrology a little bit deeper so that we can talk about, what you can really feel and expect for January. So if you'd like to join me for that, you can get the video by becoming a member of the channel or heading over to Vimeo and getting the video there. All of that information is in the description box. Really excited to see how this is going to turn out. I love you guys. I hope you had wonderful holidays and a wonderful new year and everybody is safe. I hope to see you in the extended. Bye.